by saying wonderful counselor. What in the world does that mean? But when we think of counselors, we think of a therapist, right? Somebody who can help you solve your problems and your personal needs. You can pour your heart out to and tell all your pain, and then they'll help you kind of piece your life back together. That's not what the word means in the Bible. The word in the Bible means a strategist, a planner, somebody who's a plan, has a plan, a wise person. You get the picture here? So this child who's going to be born and who's going to be the king is got a wonderful plan, a magnificent plan. It's like the generals are all gathered in the war tent, and they're standing around this big table that has a map of the battle that they're about to face. You've seen those in movies and things, you know, they move the little toy soldiers around and the boats around and things like that. Well, this man, this king, has the most unbelievable plan for how he's going to bring victory over the Assyrians and over every other country that's ever troubled Israel. He's got a wonderful plan, and he is a magnificent strategist. Now, as Christians, we know that's true about Jesus. That when he came to this earth, he surprised everybody. Just surprised everybody. People expected him to be this way. They expected him to be that way. They expected him to have this kind of plan for fixing the world or this kind of plan for fixing the world. And he surprised everyone. And we stand back in astonishment. And the Bible actually says what the world saw was foolish, Jesus' plan was foolish, was actually the wisdom of God himself. That is the most unbelievable plan that you can possibly imagine. And so imagine Jesus being in this sort of spiritual war room, and he's got the map in front of him, and he's got the enemies over here, the devil's people over here, and the devil's people over there that are coming after you and coming after your children and your grandchildren. And you look up and you see this king who has his generals all around him, these great angels that are there in the room with him, and he's telling them, he's showing them his plan, and they're all standing there breathless. It took a great plan in Isaiah's day, a great planner in Isaiah's day, to be able to accomplish something when the odds were so much against Israel. It takes a great strategist, a wonderful counselor, a wonderful strategist to conquer all the enemies that are coming after you and your children and your grandchildren and your family and your nation today as well. And that's why Jesus is called the wisdom of God. So it starts off with a plan. And if you want to know what the plan is, look at the New Testament. It sort of unfolds that plan, lets you know how Jesus is going to do it. This is what the weirdest thing is about our faith. Do you know how Jesus is going to conquer the whole world? Do you know how he's going to do it? Through the proclamation of the good news around the world. And it will not fail. It's that wonderful of a plan. So this king that we're going to celebrate at Christmas time is the greatest strategist that's ever existed on this planet. And you can count on it.